between them now. The gap continues to slowly close here for White Sharks. But a nice headshot there on Arches. Gonna keep things interesting here. And starting to look really even here map pressure-wise as they clash in the middle on the strong side at boxes there. And Jawin, oh no, what's happened? Well, that's a bit strange. It's been a good long while since I've seen the client or the room crash like that. A pretty rare thing there. We should have a score set up already. There shouldn't be a full reset of the points. I'm not exactly sure what the ruling will be on this, but I imagine we will keep the score that we had, which was what? I'll see if I can't get somebody to inform me what the score was during the pause, or when the issue happened, so that we can keep an idea of what the score will look like. Let me see if I can't get somebody on the horn here who would know it. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Sorry about this. Let me find somebody to tell me. But I do believe the ruling will be we reset with the same amount, with the score staying what it was. And what a jump out here from EE. And that could be danger here for MGC, although they fight back almost immediately and start to trade things back and forth here. Dial, another double kill for himself. Gonna be the first multi-kill apart from that 4K from EE. He gets another double kill to his name, and now, again, the lead continues to close here. I don't know what the score was, but it's certainly... We were sitting at about a 7-point lead there for MGC, so looking at about a 2 or 3 point lead now. And ooh, what a pistol shot there from Dial. And again, EE starting to heat up in this one. And whew, I'm telling you guys, solo casting, team deathmatch, tiring, man. It is tiring to try and keep up with everything that's happening on your own while constantly talking. But as we look at the score, White Sharks looking like they might actually be in the lead at this point. But if it is, only 1 or 2 points between it. And MGC starting to battle back with a nice 3K there from Sulu, even switching to the pistol to pick up the third one. And we continue to fight here. Slowing it down a little bit. The pace is actually slowed to a crawl here, and TR trying to exploit that. He's got the 2-man steal of home here. Way still around. Still poking, and i3 gonna use the disruption to pick up a triple kill. And Way still around and gonna pick up a triple of his own. And now a 10-point swing for White Sharks. So you got to think about a 4 or 5 point lead here now at this point. Still close here, anyone's game. But it was 67-66. Or 67-61 before the break, or before the restart here. So 105 here for White Sharks and 101 for MGC. So you guys will have to try to keep track of that yourselves. That's going to be hard for me to do. But looking like it's going to be super close here. White Sharks definitely in a tiny bit of a lead here. But not by much. If we consider the difference there, it is 6 points. So a 3-point lead here. Now 4 for White Sharks. So this one's going to come down to the wire here as we are closing in on the end here. Both teams going to need to keep the totals in their minds as well as we close in on the final 30 points here. As they, let's see, let's do the math again here. 120 now for White Sharks and 113 here for MGC. A 7-point lead now opened up. MGC going to have to pull a little bit of magic here, as the restart clearly did not favor them. But still far from over here. Well, actually close to over here, but it's still tight and still doable for MGC if they can get some map pressure here. But they're locked into their spawn currently, and that's a recipe for disaster. They almost managed to break out there, and it could be at the hands of Yefeng, and he will be. And that's a big, big multi-kill there from Yefeng that will allow them to get back on the map. They've got to get another similar play here from the likes of Jawen here to try and push White Sharks back into their spawn. There's multiple there in middle house. Diao going to pick one up, and that will send him back to base. And MGC with a chance here to even things up, but Wei going to be a thorn in the side here, and he's going to pick up at least 2 and look to pick up more, as looks like we've almost swapped spawns there for a minute. And again, out they come here. A nice kill from E. He's looking for more. He's got 1. He's got 2, but he can't stay up for much longer. And it does look like we will have a victory here from White Sharks. Only 15 left to take, if I'm doing my math correctly. 60. Or wait, no. Only 4 left to take here for White Sharks. 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it. Yep, that will be game there. So, an unfortunate game drop there for MGC, as they couldn't quite bounce back from the pause. But what a showing there from MGC. They look like a team reborn with this player in the lineup, and really makes you question why he ever came out of the lineup to begin with. I imagine there must have been some extenuating circumstances, as that man right there has looked much more impressive than any other player, or any of the other rotating players we've seen from MGC. And Gotta feel like White Sharks kind of escaped today with the 2-1. They looked good towards the end of Ankara, but Team Deathmatch looked especially early like it was going to go in the favor of MGC. I would want to go back and look at the positions on the map when the crash happened there. It did look like the room crashed rather than anyone's client. So a very, very rare occurrence. It's been years since I've seen that in the CFPL that I can remember. But unfortunate, hard to stop, and impossible to have a fair restart. Well, not impossible to prevent, but I think the only thing to be said there is an unfortunate set of circumstances. I wonder what the map looked like, where everybody was standing when it did happen, because of how important map pressure is on that map. And the restart gives both teams, obviously, equivalent map pressure as they have to meet and fight for it. And White Sharks definitely won the initial brawl and were able to start snowballing a lead off of that. Similar to what we had seen from MGC from our first start of the map. And so unfortunate that had to happen, but of course congratulations to White Sharks. They're able to get out today with that 2-1 lead. So back-to-back games that go the distance there. And I think most people coming in today expected back-to-back 2-0s instead. I'm an old CrossFire player. I've never used Weibo before, but that triple kill from Dayao deserved me. Basically, that dude set up an account in order to say that 3K was ridiculous. This one's saying, is Dayao the next 70 kg? And I don't know if we're ready to ask that question yet. That's a bit of a stretch after only such little performance seen from him. But if he can continue to have ridiculous carry performances like he did there, I think it's entirely reasonable to start asking questions like that, as it's definitely the most impressive start to... He looks like the best rookie we've seen here so far. Way across the way from him, another young player that might be up for a lot of praise this year, but definitely did not look as impressive as Dayao, who, I mean, he was playing in a way that would strike fear into the hearts of men. Of course, we will be back again tomorrow with these two matchups you see on your screen. A big match there for Flipside. Going to have to take on a difficult opponent in TGF. And Q9 also going to take on U9. So perhaps a bit of rivalry there to see who's the best player with a 9. But join us again tomorrow for that. Signing off.